You are about to cross a portal that will change your frequency forever. Have you felt that something invisible is preventing you from moving forward? Do you notice repeated signs, intense dreams, or a strange silence in those around you? A key is about to come into your life. Dolores Cannon spoke of spiritual activations that are only revealed when the soul is ready. And you already are. But beware, because not everyone who comes in the next few days wants you to find that door. What if the most important moment of your life was only 48 hours away, and no one could know about it but you, Taurus? Something rare is unfolding around you. A vibrational shift, a tear in the fabric of stagnation. If you've been feeling trapped, like every effort to move forward has been met with silence or invisible resistance, it hasn't been in your mind. A powerful spiritual blockade has been surrounding you until now. In 2 days, exactly 2, something extraordinary will knock at your door. I saw it through a deep, energetic reading that left even the flames of my candles trembling. It was not a warning, it was a promise. But it comes with one sacred condition. Do not share your plans with anyone. Before we go deeper, take a sacred pause. If this message is already stirring something inside you, a memory, a knowing, a shift, let the universe feel your presence. Subscribe to this channel to anchor this energetic connection and leave a comment below with the word, "I'm listening." That single act opens a spiritual channel, not just with this message, but with the field that's been guiding you here all along. Someone close to you, perhaps unknowingly, has contributed to the delay of your blessings. It's not always about envy or betrayal. Sometimes, people who fear change try to freeze those around them, even with a smile on their face. The universe, however, has grown louder. The old walls are breaking. I saw your energy field transforming from dim and heavy to golden and radiant. And when that light fully returns, it will bring a message, a piece of news that has the power to shift the entire structure of your life. But not everyone should witness this moment, not yet, because the key, that metaphorical and spiritual key that unlocks a new path, is only meant for the ones who have endured in silence. For those who kept believing when everything looked lost. That's you. There's a presence approaching. I saw this figure in the energetic reading, not necessarily someone new, but someone who carries an announcement. This person may seem casual, but what they bring is not. And this is why you must remain alert. Open your ears, open your heart, but keep your mouth closed. The next 48 hours are sacred. They will define whether the door opens with ease or whether another delay appears. Have you noticed strange coincidences lately? Repeating numbers, names from the past, songs that seem to follow you? These aren't mere oddities. They're frequencies, signs that the spiritual matrix around you is preparing for realignment. Taurus, in the stillness of night, your ancestors have been working. I saw them, tired, determined, luminous. They are pushing through the spiritual fog to deliver what is already yours by destiny. Not a gift, but a return. Money, health, love, recognition. All these energies are suspended around you like seeds waiting for the right soil. And in 2 days, you will receive the water. That's the message. But again, no one must know, not even those you trust blindly. You are walking through a spiritual test, one that requires inner silence, discretion, and trust in your intuition. You'll feel tempted to share your hope with someone. Don't. Not now. This moment is between you and the divine intelligence that guides your path. Let it ripen. Let the miracle arrive in full bloom before you speak of it. Because here's the truth, those who talk too soon delay the miracle. Your aura is recalibrating, your karmic field is healing, and the soul contracts that kept you small are now being revoked. But only if you act with clarity, stillness, and integrity. You'll notice something shift around the second sunset from today. A feeling, a scent, a call. Don't rush to interpret it. Let it come. It will all make sense in divine time. You are closer than ever. If this message resonates deeply with you, write this in the comments as your energetic permission. I choose silence to let the miracle unfold in fullness. This decree becomes your spiritual seal, a message to the universe that you're ready to receive what was always meant to be yours. Trust, feel, allow. Taurus, let me ask you something that only your soul can answer. Have you felt watched lately, not by people, but by time itself, as though the days are counting down to something unexplainable? Do you find yourself waking at strange hours, filled with a presence you cannot see, but cannot ignore? This isn't paranoia, this isn't fatigue, this is the echo of prophecy, a countdown that began before you were even born. In the sacred reading that revealed this timeline, I saw not just your energy. I saw your past lives. I saw contracts that were signed in the ether, lifetimes ago, agreements you made with forces greater than comprehension, agreements to rise again when the right moment came. And now, the moment has come. But it arrives wrapped in a paradox. The greater the blessing, the quieter your path must be. Even joy, when exposed too soon, can draw the wrong eyes. Right now, there is someone around you who is not who they appear to be. Their intentions are blurred, even to themselves. This is not to create fear. This is to create clarity. You must discern by energy, not by words. Trust the subtle. Trust what makes you feel heavy, even if it smiles at you. Not everyone has earned the right to witness your glow. You are being asked to close spiritual doors, not forever, but temporarily, until this sacred passage is completed. Say no to oversharing. Say no to emotional leakage. This is your cocooning. This is your chrysalis. Within 2 days, perhaps even sooner, you'll encounter an interaction, an email, a number, a face. At first, it may feel insignificant, but inside it is the key. The news may appear wrapped in ordinary cloth, but your soul will feel the electricity. It's the message, the one that unties the invisible ropes, the one that shifts the ground beneath your feet. And when that moment comes, Taurus, you must remember, not everyone can come with you across the bridge. There are people who were perfect companions for the journey behind you, but they are not destined for the land ahead. If you try to drag them with you, the path will collapse beneath both of you. Spirit does not negotiate when it's time to ascend, but there is one presence that walks beside you always. I saw them, a guide, not in physical form but woven into your energy. A guardian that's been with you since the start of your soul's mission on earth. They are speaking to you now through symbols, flickering lights, shifting scents, repeated names. They do not seek attention, they seek alignment. And they've been waiting for this very week. Taurus, let's talk about your heart, not romantically, but spiritually. You have protected your heart with strength, with resilience, with silence. But now, the walls must become windows. Not for everyone, but for the right one. There is someone coming who carries the vibration of recognition. When you meet them, or if they're already in your life but unnoticed, it won't be through a grand declaration. It will be in the way time pauses when they speak, in the way you forget to worry when they're near. That is the soul you contracted to meet once the blockade was lifted. That soul may be connected to the news you're about to receive, or they may arrive right after. This is not coincidence, this is design. But only if you allow the old versions of yourself to fade, your outdated stories about love, money, purpose are burning away. You're not losing your identity, you're being returned to it. In your future timeline, I saw something unusual, a staircase, not a literal one, but a symbol. Each step was made of your own choices, and at the top, a door. Behind that door, light, peace. A feeling of belonging so powerful, it breaks the old ache that's lived in your chest for years. But to climb that staircase, you must travel light. No guilt, no apologies for who you're becoming, no explanations to those who refuse to grow. You are not abandoning anyone. You are answering the call you've waited lifetimes to hear. This is why things fell apart. This is why the detours happened. It was never rejection. It was redirection, so that you would land exactly here with the strength to say, I am ready. And so, Taurus, I ask you now, are you ready? Because once the key is placed in your hand, there is no return. Not to the silence, not to the waiting, not to the version of you that forgot their own magic. Taurus, do you feel it already? Not in words, but in the quiet shifts. The way the wind has a different tone. The way your dreams have started speaking louder. The way your body is vibrating, not from stress, but from anticipation. This is not imagination, this is real. You are not waiting for a change. You are inside it. The news approaching you is not external. It's an extension of what has already awakened within, a frequency match, a manifestation in physical form of a decision your soul made long ago. I will not remain asleep. Many of you have already received glimpses, a sudden burst of energy followed by exhaustion, an unexplainable desire to clean, to write, to move, a silence between you and certain people, even though nothing was said. These are signs. The spiritual field around you is rearranging, opening channels that were sealed. Your ancestors are whispering, and your body is the receiver. Let's speak clearly now. The news that arrives within 2 days may come in a simple package, an email, a meeting, a letter, a face you haven't seen in years. But the simplicity of the package hides the immensity of the content, because within it lives the undoing of your past limitations. For some of you, this will look like a financial opportunity, something that brings unexpected income, a cancelled debt, or a new role that finally recognizes your worth. For others, it will be clarity in relationships. Someone reveals a truth, a feeling, or a long-kept secret, and no matter what it is, it will set you free. And for many of you, it will be a spiritual unlock, a moment of awareness so profound that it reorders how you see life itself, as if suddenly the pieces of the puzzle you've been trying to solve since childhood snap into place. But here's the catch. This key cannot be forced. You cannot make it happen. It arrives when your frequency says, I am no longer who I was. And Taurus, your frequency is already glowing. You've been feeling it. The inexplicable shifts in temperature, the pressure in your chest, the moments of deep emotional waves, followed by peace. These are not random. Your spiritual body is preparing for integration, and spirit is speaking, not in grand gestures, but in whispers. Look around. Signs are everywhere. Numbers repeating. 222, 555, 1111. These are codes. Animals acting strangely around you. That's elemental energy responding to your light. Objects disappearing and reappearing. Time itself is bending to let the new enter. Do not dismiss these things. You are not losing your grip on reality. You are stepping out of a version of reality that was never truly yours. Now let me speak of a sensation you might not have words for. A pull toward the unknown, a feeling of being ready for something you cannot yet name. A yearning so deep it aches, but in a beautiful way. That is your soul preparing. That ache is the space being made for what's coming. And Taurus, there is more. Someone has been thinking of you. Someone whose thoughts are charged with something powerful. This person may not even understand why you are suddenly so present in their mind, but they are part of the unfolding. Their life, too, is aligning, and whether they bring the message or are the message, their presence in this next chapter is divinely orchestrated. Don't try to find them. Don't chase the connection. If they are meant to cross your path again, the universe will position them in front of you like a mirror, a reflection of how far you've come. What you must do now is stay clean, energetically. No gossip, no judgment, no revisiting old wounds. Let the past rot without your attention. Feed only the soil that wants to grow you. The key will come in a moment of high intuition. And when it does, Taurus, your whole body will recognize it. Your heart will skip. Your hands will feel warmer. Your eyes may tear up without warning. You may even lose your breath for a second. That's the sign. When that moment hits, do not speak. Do not explain it to anyone. Let it be yours alone. There will be a time for sharing, but this isn't it. Let the key enter your pocket before you build the door. Let the energy root before you name the tree. This is sacred. This is irreversible. If something inside you already senses that this message was meant for you, not by chance, but by divine timing, don't keep that resonance to yourself. Subscribe now to declare your readiness to receive and comment below with, "I welcome the shift." These aren't just actions. They are energetic contracts with the future you are stepping into. Taurus, before the miracle arrives, the test deepens. This is a spiritual law, always. The closer you are to your breakthrough, the more the old reality clings to you like a shadow that cannot survive the light. So let's name it, not to fear it, but to disarm it. You may already feel the resistance increasing, miscommunications, mood swings, technology glitching for no reason, people from the past reappearing just when you were starting to forget them, sudden guilt for walking away from cycles you outgrew long ago. These are not accidents. These are the final echoes of a pattern unraveling. Right now, invisible threads, cords of energy, old soul ties, ancestral entanglements are pulling at your field. They are trying to remind you of who you used to be, not because they are stronger, but because you are finally outgrowing them. Taurus, you must be more vigilant than ever. In these next 2 days, someone may try to enter your energetic space under the disguise of concern, curiosity, or even affection. But feel their vibration. Don't listen to their words. Listen to your nervous system. Does their presence settle your breath or disturb your peace? You are not paranoid. You are perceptive. Those who carry confusion in their field will try to link their story to yours, especially now. But you are not their healer. You are not their home, not during this portal. And here's the truth many fear to speak. Sometimes the greatest threat to your alignment comes disguised as love. Someone may tell you, "I miss the old you," smile and say, "So do I, but I'm not her anymore." Because the old you was a version born from survival, the one who tolerated too much, who waited too long, who gave pieces of herself just to be seen. But this version, the one emerging now, she is not available for half-light, and that is terrifying for those who only knew your dimmed essence. Now is the time to strengthen your spiritual hygiene. Cleanse your space with sound, with smoke, with intention. Speak aloud declarations that cut ties. Say them in the shower. Say them in the mirror. Say them under your breath in public spaces if you have to, because your field must be clear, so that when the key arrives, there is no confusion, no interference, no static. I must tell you something else. A vision that returned 3 times in the reading. I saw you standing before a bridge. Behind you, fog. Before you, light. But just as you were about to step forward, a whisper came from behind. "Are you sure?" And for a moment, you turned your head. That hesitation, that single second, was enough for the fog to wrap around your feet again. Taurus, this vision is not a prediction. It's a warning. Do not hesitate. The path ahead will feel unfamiliar because it is. You've never been here before, but unfamiliar does not mean unsafe. It means new. And this is what your soul asked for. Long ago, in the quiet, in the dark, you asked to remember your power. And now it's returning, but with it comes responsibility. You must learn to guard the miracle while it's forming. Think of your life right now like a sacred seed. Would you dig it up every day to show it to people who don't understand how it grows? No. You would protect it. You would speak to it. You would water it in silence. That's how you must treat the news that is coming. Because when it arrives, there will be people who smile with their mouth and curse with their thoughts. This is not paranoia. This is energetic literacy. The universe is loving, yes, but it is also precise. Not everyone has the frequency to witness your blessing. Not because they're bad, but because they are unready. And here's something you need to know. Every time you share a dream too soon, you invite interpretation. and interpretation is a distortion, and distortion weakens manifestation. So when the key comes, when the message lands, receive it in silence, not forever, but long enough for it to root. There is one more sign I must share with you, a final omen that will confirm you are on the brink. It is not external. It is an overwhelming sense of stillness, one that may feel empty at first, like everything is too quiet, like the world has paused, like no one is reaching out, like nothing is happening. That stillness is the universe holding its breath, because the message is being printed in the ink of destiny. When you feel that stillness, do not fill it, do not chase distraction, do not mistake it for stagnation. That stillness is the eye of the storm, the 0 point, the breath between timelines. It means you are one step away. Taurus, take one last breath as the person you were, because what follows is no longer a promise, it's an activation. Within these next 48 hours, or perhaps already whispering at your doorstep, is the arrival of the very moment your soul has been preparing for across lifetimes. Not a metaphor, not a poetic hope, a real turning point, a pulse in time that rewrites your destiny. By now you've felt the changes in your body, your thoughts, your space, the restlessness, the sacred stillness, the flickers of knowing. All of it has been preparation. Because the news that is coming, the key that is being delivered, will not just change your path. It will change your identity. You may look the same, speak the same, live in the same house, but your frequency will have ascended beyond recognition. And frequency is what the universe listens to. What was once blocked will now flow. What was once invisible will now appear. What was once too much to hope for will now become your new normal, but only if you let it land. Let it surprise you, let it break the outdated logic that kept your light dimmed. I must tell you something final, Taurus, something sacred. When I looked into the field of this timeline, I saw your name written on a document of significance. This may be literal, a contract, a letter, a legal shift, an approval, or symbolic, an agreement between soul and source, finally fulfilled. This document is more than paper. It is a marker in time. It seals the end of one era and the emergence of another. After you receive this news, you will never again feel like you're waiting for your life to begin. This is the beginning. But beginnings are not always loud. Sometimes they come wrapped in soft mornings, in tears that don't know why they fall, in the absence of fear. That's how you'll know. When you feel peace for no logical reason, stay there. That is where the key lands. Let's speak now of what follows. The weeks ahead will feel like accelerated motion. Ideas, opportunities, invitations. Your intuition will sharpen so strongly it may scare you, but don't push it away. Write everything down. Pay attention to your dreams. Follow the whispers, not the rules. You are not just shifting timelines. You are quantum leaping into a version of self that remembers why it came to Earth. There will be people who don't understand your glow. Let them go, not with anger, with grace. Some came only to walk you to the edge. You must cross alone. You will notice the world begin to bend toward you. Colors seem more vivid. Food tastes different. Strangers treat you like they've known you before. This is not imagination. This is alignment. You are being mirrored by reality now, and the mirror says, you've arrived. So now I ask you, what will you do with this key? Will you try to fit it into old locks out of habit, or will you dare to open a door no one has shown you before? That door leads to the future you once thought too big, the version of you who does not apologize for their power, the Taurus whose steps are echoed by ancient forces saying, she has returned. If your heart is pounding and your soul is awake, then write this in the comments as your decree to the universe. I accept my return. I walk through the door, and I do not look back. This decree is not just affirmation, it is activation. Let it ripple through your energy field like thunder in still water. Let it tell the divine that you are not just ready, you are willing. Because willingness is the true permission for miracles, and Taurus, yours is here. If this journey touched your soul, don't let it pass like a dream you forget by morning. Subscribe to this space, this spiritual sanctuary, where your path continues to unfold, and leave your decree in the comments below. When others read your words, they'll feel their own permission to rise. This is not just a video, it's a gathering of souls ready to awaken together.